Hey YouTube, it's Niam Nappy and I'm back for another Tip Tuesday. Now this week I'm going to be talking about my top DIY Ayurvedic stylers. So I'm actually going to be giving you guys 4 DIY recipes. I'm going to give you guys 2 hair gels and then I'm going to transform those hair gels into stylers. So it'll be a total of 4 and I'll be using some of my favorite herbs that I mentioned that have conditioning properties and strengthening properties, and you can mix and play with to make them fit your own hair needs. So let's jump in and go ahead and get started and get to mixing. First of all, we're going to begin by making a flaxseed and seamoss gel, which you can use separately on your hair as one mix. And then we're going to make flaxseed and seamoss hair cream. So let's start with the gel and then show how to make the hair cream. So begin by boiling 2 cups of water with a 1/4 cup of flax seeds and a 1/4 cup of seamoss gel. Go ahead and let that go to a rolling boil for about 15 minutes until you see thick lines of mucilage form. Then you know that your flaxseed and seamoss gel is ready. Go ahead and set to the side and let cool for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then strain in a pantyhose. Next, go ahead and weigh out 195.23 grams of the flax and seamoss gel. Additionally, weigh out 4.91 grams of distilled water. Next, go ahead and weigh out 15.01 grams of wax, 10.07 grams of butter, and 6.01 grams of oil. Now I'm using my Ayurvedic hair oil. As you guys know, as many herbs as you can get into this mix, the better. So now that you have your oil phase and your water phase, go ahead and put them in a double boiler and heat them up for about 10 to 15 minutes until the emulsifying wax melts. Go ahead and pour in the oil phase into the water phase and whisk it until it becomes emulsified. Turn off the boiler and let's go ahead and move over to our mixer. Go ahead and blend the ingredients for about 2 to 3 minutes until they're whipped. And then turn off the mixer and let it sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes to cool down. Then you want to add your essential oils, whatever essential oil blend you have. You want to add 20 to 30 drops of whatever essential oils you have. I'll be using rosemary, peppermint, and lemon for smell. Add 3.9 grams of Optifin Plus as your preservative. Go ahead and blend it one last time and then pour it out. Look how beautiful this stuff looks, you guys. Now go ahead and set that to the side and you have your flaxseed and seamoss hair cream. Now let's go ahead and work on our next mixture. So now we're going to make our okra, marshmallow, and fenugreek gel and then the gel styler. So begin with about 8 stems of okra, cut them into thirds and put them into the pan. Next we're going to take a teaspoon of fenugreek powder and a teaspoon of marshmallow root and add it to the pan as well. Go ahead and let that simmer and boil for about 15 minutes and then let it sit on low for another 10 to 15 minutes while the water thickens up. Now that the water is thick, let's go ahead and strain it. I'm actually going to use cheesecloth this time and I'm going to double strain it to make sure there's no granules in this mixture. Go ahead and weigh out 147.75 grams of the gel and 13.62 grams of distilled water. Next, for your oil phase, you're going to add 12.21 grams of the BTMS wax, 9.08 grams of my Ayurvedic hair oil, and I'll be using 6.61 grams of my mango and shea butter mix. Now that you have your oil phase and your water phase, let's head over to the stove and let it heat up together for 15 minutes. Once the wax is melted, go ahead and combine and quickly stir with your whisk. Once combined, head over to your mixer and begin mixing slowly. Whip it for about 2 to 3 minutes and then let it cool down for about 10 minutes. I'm going to use 3.02 grams of Optifen in this mix. And add your essential oils as desired. This mixture is so amazing, you guys. Just take a look at it as it pours out slowly. You can just see how this is going to be so bomb in your hair. So now that I have my 2 stylers made, I have left the other gel ones in the fridge to go ahead and solidify. I feel like I'll go ahead and work on these so you guys can see how they work in my hair. So this is the Okra, Marshmallow, and Fenugreek, and this is the Flaxseed and seamoss. So I'm gonna work on this side and this side. I'll tell you a little bit about them both. Now this mixture, you guys, is very conditioning. It's going on. It's really penetrating to my strands. I'm trying this actually first on dry hair just to see how my hair responds to it, to show you guys that it can moisturize your hair if it's dry. You can see my hair getting wet and moist, and I'm going to go ahead and twist that up. I also want to show you guys what it looks like on wet hair. So I went and wet my bang section of my hair and put this on. My hair is able to absorb it. It's very moisturizing and conditioning because I used more butters and oils in this particular mixture. Also, Fenugreek has a lot of moisturizing properties, as well as the Marshmallow Root and the Okra Gel. Now this one would probably be really good in like a pump bottle. I made this one definitely with a more gel feel to it, so it's a little bit looser, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to this side of my hair. Now this is the seamoss and flaxseed one. This one to me has a little bit more hold than the other one. And again, I'm starting it on dry hair. As you can notice, my hair becomes very saturated in the back when I'm putting this on. You guys, the seamoss and the flaxseed really hydrate my hair, providing lots of moisture. And if your hair is dry, you really want to try this gel styler. And again, I wanted to show you guys the front section, how it applies to my hair When it's wet, you can easily finger detangle my hair with this. I can see my curls are being defined. And I think this one will be great for a wash and go, or if you really want a really defined twist out, this is a perfect one that has a lot of hold to it, as well as some conditioning properties. Now, you guys, I've just pinned my twist back up and I'm going to go ahead and let this sit overnight. As you can see, my hair has been fully saturated with the products. I'm actually going to just use a little bit of the seamoss and flaxseed gel, and my hair is loving it. Y'all, I'm getting some sleek edges during this quarantine time. But that's it for this week, you guys. I hope you enjoy these 4 recipes, but don't forget to subscribe and comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye.